Hello everybody, welcome to another one of my video blogs. In this one, I'm going to be interviewing some of my doctors and nurses to see what they think about the jobs and get to the hardcore stuff. But before that, I figured I would let you know some good news if you don't want to stay tuned for the hardcore stuff. And so the good news is that I cleared... well, I didn't clear yet, but my methotrexate level is at 2.55 at the 24-hour mark, which it usually is in the 4s. So that's really good. We're hoping it'll be even lower tonight, and hopefully I'll clear on time, which is tomorrow. So here's the interview with my nurses and doctors that I have gotten to love so much. We always ask people about their bathroom habits. I had a teenage boy that went into great depth one time describing what his bowel movement looked like. And I was new, and I was like, and he did it on purpose because he knew I was new, and I got like 50 Shades of Red. It was pretty funny.
I had one patient ask me for a Long Island iced tea while they were inpatient for an alcoholic beverage.
I had a patient, I don't know if this is the weirdest, but I had a patient not too long ago describe his poop as it used to be corn dogs, but now it's like snakes. And I was pretty disturbed by that.
So one of my patients once tried to leave in the middle of the night because he was hallucinating. And he told me he had to go to the expo.
I once had a very in-depth conversation with a 3-year-old about tractors. And he was telling me how his tractors run on diesel. And at the very end of the conversation, he was just like, so Olivia, like you obviously know, like I'm probably smarter than you, right? And I was like, absolutely.
Well, there was this one patient who just started crying out of the blue and said, why are you keeping me here with methotrexate? And I said, oh my god, my heart is breaking for you. And then I realized it was all for show. It wasn't weird, but it was pretty mean, actually. I cried too.
Talking about me.
She's not to be trusted.
A 5-year-old boy started talking in an accent to me. So we were all joking around, so I started talking. I think it was like an English accent or something like that. And so we're both saying it back and forth, like joking around, kicking like a beach ball. And he looks at me and goes, oh my god, you're so weird. And so somehow it turned around on me. And he just cracked up for like 5 minutes. He told me how weird I was. And I was like, you said the accent first, not me. We used to have big IV, before we had really big IV fluid bags, we had a device where you could take 3 bags and hook them all together, so you didn't have to change them very often. And I forgot to clamp all of them, so when I unspiked it, the other 2 liters spilled out and went down the front of my scrub pants, so I had wet my pants.
Forget their name sometimes. I know who they are, but I can't get their name out because sometimes I'm tired and I forget.
I was talking to a patient about sperm banking to try to avoid fertility. And I was trying to tell him, Betsy's gonna laugh so hard when she hears this. I was trying to explain the process and how it was, and I said I really just want to talk to him ahead of time so I could help him with it. And then as soon as I said it, it was really awkward and nobody knew what to say anymore.
There's quite a few of this. I fell on night shift fell like
Face plant.
Well, one time I fell on my face. I just tripped over their pool.
You'd accidentally call him Justin instead of Jonathan, or something like that.
So my one patient had a crush on someone here. And Cindy, I don't think you would take this personal or anything, because we all understand that we lose our hair when we go through chemo. And this little boy had a crush on a girl here in the playroom. And he was just a very shy kid, and he was so excited to tell me about this crush that he had. He's like, Olivia, I really like this girl in the playroom. And there was a bunch of girls in there, so I'm like, was it the one with the blonde hair, the brown hair? And he's like, nobody has hair.
So I was using one of these stethoscopes and I was going to listen to somebody, and it flicked me right in the eye. And it hurt really bad. Those are hard tips. And he just cracked up. He's like, you should have seen your face. You look like such an idiot. And I started, I was crying. My eye was hurting so bad. So the next day I put on a fake patch, and he felt bad. He thought it was fake. Then he called me a jerk. It was kind of embarrassing.
You're being mean then.
Well, I know, I was trying to get back at him.
We had an emergency one time and we were looking for the crash cart and I forgot that it was in that little cubby hole and I just kept running around the unit in a circle looking for it. And somebody else had already gotten it and I was like, I have to find it. Everything was fine with the patient, but I just kept running in a circle looking for it.
Maybe dancing on your last video with Olivia. That is something I probably won't forget. I don't have one specific. Every day's a good day here.
My favorite memorable experiences are when people finish their therapy. When you come off therapy and you get to celebrate coming off therapy are the most memorable experiences. Not for any one particular, but in general.
So one time I was drawing my labs at night and I didn't want to put the syringes, like, I didn't want to drop them because it's really loud. And so I put them in the thing. And so I guess when I was in there, it hit and all the blood squirted on the ceiling. Because you know how you line up the syringes? And so the blood was like everywhere in the room. And so when my patient woke up, she woke up screaming the next morning because there was blood all over the ceiling.
Memorable experiences were when the playroom was open, we did a lot of Dance Revolution. And I think I went against one of our fellows who's now attending, and that was pretty fun.
A memorable experience? Oh gosh, I think Sydney, meeting you and walking into your room when I think just meeting you for the first time, and then I was very distracted by the most horrific scene of the Hunger Games. And I didn't even remember what I was there for. It was first thing in the morning and you're watching Hunger Games at 8 in the morning. I'd never seen it. It was terrifying. So that was memorable.
Probably the neatest experience I had was the first time we sang the chemo song to a patient when they were leaving after chemo, because I had no idea what it was. Someone handed me like a slip real quick and gave me a hat, and we watched them walk out, and it was one of my own patients, and I was like so teary-eyed I thought I was just going to cry right there. So that was probably the neatest experience. I realized like how cool this hospital is.
In nursing school, yes. But not since I've been a nurse. We were at a nursing home, and I don't really like old people. And I don't remember even what happened. There was a noise or a smell or something, and down I went.
I passed out as a second-year medical student. I don't think the mom realized, though. She was pregnant, and I delivered her baby, and I put her baby up on the warmer, and then I passed out. That's the only time I've ever passed out, though.
My patient had she bent over because I was checking the stitches and I just fell. Like I fell to the ground and hit my head.
All the patients. I just love everyone here. I love you guys. Be part of all of our patients' care and know that we hopefully can make it better. With the goal that we don't have to deliver bad news. The perfect job would be we come to work and we don't have to deliver bad news.
Taking care of my patients.
Well, I like my lunch break. I like my patients.
My least favorite part, which is also my favorite part, is when patients go. So it's kind of sad to see them go, but you're so happy that they're out of here. Yeah. But it's tough when you grow such a relationship with them because they've been here for months or a year or maybe years, and then you're like, we're like, you know, you feel like family, and then they go. But it's also an amazing thing. So
that's a good answer. Getting to see kids from the hospital and hopefully kind of make their day when they get to like go up to the gym with me or do something else and just like sit in bed and watch TV, do some exercises, get up and walk, because
writing the notes on the computer. Because I'd rather sit and talk to the patients and hang out with them than be behind a computer all day and write a long note on every single patient.
As compares.
Right there.
I don't like giving enemas.
You have to say what an enema is.
Enema?
Enema.
It's something you put in someone's rear.
I guess I don't get to see my little baby as much as I would like to.
Okay, that works.
But my wife texts videos.
That's nice.
Least favorite part of my job is when I run all over the place and no one wants to hang out with me.
I love Sydney Lazzarella, of course. All of them. Because each one of them has a blessing to offer. They're all different.
Sydney Lazzarella is my all-time, forever and ever favorite patient.
That's right.
Will never be topped.
Never.
Period.
Well, of course, Sydney.
Oh, you.
Okay, thanks.
Obviously, it's Sydney Lazzarella. She's the best. Always smiling. I get excited whenever I see her name coming in on the admission list. I'm like, yes, I get to wear my shoulder buttons.
Oh, that's just, well, you're just really putting me on the spot with this, aren't you?
There's only one good answer.
This is all a social experiment to see who's going to answer other than Sydney. Well, you know, with HIPAA violation, I can't even say any other names, so by default, I'm forced to say Sydney Lazzarella. It's a trick question.
I have an
But
evil
clearly
mind.
it's Sydney.
My lips are sealed.
Lynette be in mine too. What?
No, Lynette's has to be separate
Oh, why?
because she has different answers.
Can't ours be the same since they're basically the same person?
No, you're not the same person. Don't try to trick me.
It's not that drugged up.
Is it time for Ativan again? Yeah, I think so.
No, I know when I have my Ativan.